Hi everyone, welcome back to Tiny World, where we zoom into everything to get a different perspective on what the world looks like up close. We're not using any fancy equipment, just a handheld microscope, so come join us as we explore the world magnified 1,000 times. So this is part two from yesterday's video, just of stuff that I picked up along the beach when I went for a walk, stuff that had washed out up onto the beach. It was obviously low tide. You can see here, it's another piece of seaweed. This one's quite interesting as well because you can see it actually looks like spider legs with these fine little hairs over there. Just trying to get in so that you can see from different angles. It's quite a shrubby looking type seaweed. So when you see it from far, it just looks like brown, streaks of cardboard box, if you like. But up close here, you can see all the little indents, all the way the sand sticks to it, the fine hairs, the way it's intertwined. So just busy trying to see all angles, moving it around a bit. Then another thing here that I found, I think these are sea polyps. I stand to correction. Like I say, I'm not David Attenborough on this. It's mainly just to show you what things look like up close. You can see the little holes at the top of them. Not exactly sure why the one is pink and the others are white. This is stuff that's picked up on the beach, so it's dead already. So I don't know if they used to be pink and then they turn white when they die. I'm not sure. But once again, just zooming in here, these holes are like the size of little pinheads. You can barely see them. It almost looks like it has its own fingerprint. So just trying to get in there so that you can see. It's quite a strange looking little thing. That's exactly why I like doing this, because you never know what to expect when you zoom into something. So even when you pick it up, it looks nothing like this. And then when you zoom in, you just have this whole new world that you're looking at. These are just like let's call it the stems of them. Then I've had this little piece of stone that I found. The color was interesting, and you can also see the amount of salt that's crusted up on it. Not not showing too much of this one, but once again, just a bit of a stone to show you the bits that get stuck to it. Different coloring on it. Then there was this, looks like some sort of sponge out of the ocean. Nice coloring. Once again, you can see just how everything sticks to it. Some salt crystals, some other seaweed. Looks like it was growing on it. Kind of feels sort of like a sponge, but a bit more soft. Quite a strange texture, almost worm-like. It looks like a worm, but it's some sort of sponge. You can just see there all the sugar, the salt crystals, bit of sand. Not sure if those are breathing holes on it too. You can see they're trying to zoom in a little bit more on the salt crystals, and that little piece of almost looks like an ant, but it's another piece of seaweed. Almost does look like another little insect, but that just shows you how small everything is that attaches to these things. Only when you zoom in do you get to sort of see that. You can see that salt crystal there. Turning around, you can just see some more holes. And then on the other side, there's actually like a bit of a brown patch on it. So turning it around so that you can take a look at that. Very different color compared to the orange. So I don't know if this section was dead or got bruised or bumped. So this is why I do this, to show you all sorts of bits and pieces up close. You can see it from the nice colors to the strange colors. So the final thing I found was this crab's claw. Obviously, the seagulls eat it and then spit out the bits and pieces. So they eat obviously what they can and then throw the rest away. So you always find bits of crab all over the show. You can see here, if I zoom in on the claw, obviously again there's salt particles, but it almost looks like there's fine hairs on the crab. Strange thing is when you pick up a crab, it doesn't look like it has any hairs on it, but you never get up close enough to see that. Then just looking at the claw and the shape of it, obviously you can see when it grabs things. The one interesting thing that I saw here is you'll notice there just on the edge, there seems to be like a little spike there. So I'm trying to zoom in on that to see exactly what that is. that spike is super tiny. So maybe point of a millimeter. It's a tiny thing. So I don't know if that actually helps holding whatever it gets hold of, but I've never seen that before. Zooming out again just to look at the general texture of the crab's claw. See here, just the different colorings. That's where its arm was attached, the poor thing. Unfortunately, in nature, everyone's got to eat. So some seagull had his crab for the day. Turn it over to the other side. I'm not sure if these are hairs or if seaweed grows on crabs. It's also so small you can't see it you can barely see it with your naked eye. So that's that for the little crab claw, guys. So thanks again for watching. Leave me a comment if you want to see anything up close or have any suggestions. Please also like, subscribe, or click on the notification bell to get notified when there are any new videos posted.